All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Justin Clark here. Doing a morning market analysis for October 8th, 2024. As you come on, let me know if you're watching this live or on replay. And let me know where you're tuning in from. It's always fun to see the comments on these. Right now, we got pretty much business as usual for these markets. We're just, the market's battling right now, buying and selling. The buyers and the sellers are trying to duke it out to see who has control right now. So I'm just going to kind of go over what's happening and then look at my buddy coins. And for those who are watching this on YouTube or on Facebook that are not iCoinPro members, this is something I do pretty much every single day, just going over the market so that the way that we trade is we trade in and out, right? So we're doing small trades, and we do what are called compounding returns. We make 1% here, 3% here, and we compound those returns over time on our balance rather than doing risky trading like leverage trading or options trading or stuff like that. So we are, just winning and going from win to win to win pretty much. With our trading system, our win rate's extremely high. My personal win rate is over 97% documented with this system. So it's a great way to trade, and it's also pretty low stress. I rarely go to bed with any open orders on my trades. And if I do, it probably means it was a really good trade and I wanted to leave it open and see if I could push for more. So I do this analysis so that our traders know when things are going to get potentially more volatile and when they're kind of business as usual and kind of normal. So let's take a look at Bitcoin and see what's happening. The reason that we watch Bitcoin so closely, for those who are not familiar with cryptocurrency markets and cryptocurrency trading, and this is our software here that I'm pulling up this chart in. The reason we watch it so closely is because Bitcoin is like a big bully, right? So if Bitcoin dumps, the altcoins dump. If Bitcoin pumps, the altcoins pump. That's just how the game is played, okay? And that's how it works. So we watch Bitcoin pretty closely, and we want to watch key resistance areas for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, particularly for Bitcoin, because if some big type of move happens with Bitcoin, we want to know, right, or try to anticipate that ahead of time, because it's going to have a more dramatic effect on the altcoins. Like Bitcoin might drop 5%, but some of these altcoins might dump 10% or more. And that's actually going to give us amazing trade opportunities with our system. If couple things, this is not financial advice. I do not know where Bitcoin's going to be next week. I couldn't even begin to tell you. I mean, everything that happens in any market, particularly in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, is all based on a million different 5-minute decisions that traders are making, right? So we don't know where it's ultimately going to go. But we know some key levels, and we can kind of watch it day to day to see when things might get a little bit crazier or when things are going to be pretty much, business as usual. So on Bitcoin right now, we like to watch this chart setup again. Oh, sorry. So this isn't financial advice. Want to make sure that's very, very clear. It's for entertainment purposes. See all the disclaimers, blah, blah, blah. So right now, here's where we're at. Bitcoin's around 62,000, trying to hold on to that right now. We're using this chart setup. This is one of 2 chart setups that you learn in iCoinPro. This chart setup is called the MA momentum setup. It's moving average momentum. And we use this to look at the overall position of where Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, these markets are, these coins are. Essentially, all of these, this purple, maroon, gold, green, all these spaghetti lines here are different moving averages based on different time frames, okay? So some of these, like this purple one, it looks back 150 days on this one-day chart is what we're looking at, and gives an average price, okay? And there's a couple different ones, smooth moving average and regular moving average. Again, you don't have to know how all these work or what the calculations are. You just have to know how to use them. So basically, when we're trading above all these, it's positive. We're potentially in a bull market, definitely not in a bear market. When we start trading below all of these, like here where the price is pulled way far away from all these moving averages and we're trading low, particularly under this little purple one here, that means that we're potentially in a bearish cycle or bear market. All right. And to get back to a bull market or a bullish run, we have to actually come back up and through and conquer all of these, which we did when we made this run up and set a new all-time high. So where are we right now? We're pretty much in the middle. We're kind of sandwiched here in between all of these different moving averages. This one here is the one we need to conquer. We tried to do it yesterday. We've gotten rejected pretty quickly. Now we're back down looking to maybe challenge this area. Again, these moving averages. 60K is really the key psychological point on the downside. If we challenge 60K and put pressure on it, we could see some of the altcoins fall, okay, more dramatically. If we lose 60K, we could see some craziness ensue, right? Some real volatility. But this line, we need to overcome and start trading above it to potentially get up here and tackle this purple line, okay? This is the big line. We need to overcome this in order to potentially move higher and resume the bull trend. If we can't overcome this, then we have problems. So, and as silly as that sounds, a purple line drawn on a chart is determining the price of Bitcoin. I hate to break it to you, but that's why I like trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's like a video game, right? You're trading pretty much in a vacuum of information, and everybody's trading based on these charts pretty much. And what happens on the chart determines what people think overall of the current price and what it should be worth. So on the downside, we've got 60,000. And then the last line of defense, we need to stay above this purple trend line, which is at about 56, 57. So losing 56K would not be good and would potentially, and if we lose it and start trading below it, it could potentially start us into a downward trend or downward cycle, which would be bearish. So that's where we are. Today, the key levels to watch are, can we reclaim 63, even 64,000, okay, and keep trying to inch up here. They have an old saying, it's stairs to the top, elevator to the bottom, right? We got some stairs here and a quick elevator return here. So we need to stay, reclaim 63, 64K to potentially try to attack this purple line again. If we can bust through this purple trend line with lots of volume, that would be positive. That would probably bring out people who they like to buy what's called a breakout, and in anticipation of the market moving higher. In order to do that, you got to break through the trend line with lots of volume, okay? If we get to the trend line and get rejected, oof, we could see, a pretty dramatic drop again this time. And again, if we can't even get momentum up to reclaim 63, 64, then 60K is the level to watch. If we lose that, below that is 56K, probably right around there. And if we lose that, 50K is obviously the floor, 49.50K here. Losing that would be very, very devastating. So we'll have to see what happens. But right now, let's see what's going on here. Our software crawls all the different coins and it's looking for trade opportunities. For me, when I look at this section here, okay, and it's rebuilding these two. I'm going to flip our chart layout to our other one. It looks like oh, wow. Yeah, so we just dumped and then got even below. Now we're trying to reclaim this 62K here. We'll see if it can do that. But it looks like Bitcoin might be ready to start into a dip sequence, which is going to show up here in our altcoins. And this is one that we're signaling on. Again, you need to know the system, how to use it, but this could be potentially setting up for something. This is another one here that it's got on the list. These trackers, what they do is they track when coins are moving, and they track when they're going into our dip trade. You can learn that in the free bootcamp that we give away. If somebody shared this video, get back with them. they'll be more than happy to get you the information on the free bootcamp you can do. You can learn our dip trade and learn about charts and gain a ton of confidence about trading. It takes about 40 minutes. It's entirely free. The blow up tracker is going to track when coins blow up huge. All right. And then the dump tracker is going to track when coins dump big. And those can be great trades for us. Again, we're looking to trade in and out on the trend. We're not trying to predict. I have 3 black belts, and I learned in sparring, after sparring thousands and thousands of matches, that it's really good to be reactive, right? And try not to be predictive. Your opponent makes a move, you react with a counter move, and those usually score the points. So in a lot of trading, people try to be predictive. This is a reactive trading style, and that's why we do so well. And really, I outperform Bitcoin. I have since September 2019. I think if I had bought Bitcoin, I'd be up maybe 500% since then right now, even with it at 62,000. I'm currently up over 700 and something percent. So I'm outperforming Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does go into a bearish cycle, I'll just absolutely continue to expand my gains based on the system. Again, all trading has risk. You got to follow the system, read the disclaimers. So for today, looking at the different crypto coins that are out there, I'm going to use our buddy coin crawler to look at which ones are potentially the best. We've got SEI USD and SUI USD are the 2 that I'm watching. Now I'm going to let the software find other things. So if other trade opportunities come up, the software will find them for me. But right now, those are the main 2, SEI, SUI, USD are the 2 that I'm going to be watching today. All right, last thing we like to check are what are called longs and shorts. And a long is somebody who's betting Bitcoin's going to go up with leverage. A short is somebody betting Bitcoin's going to go down with leverage. So this is risky trading, okay? When people are doing this, they run a high probability of liquidating their account. If you've ever heard of people, blowing out accounts in Forex trading or other type of trading, that's where it comes from. It comes from that leverage trading or options and stuff like that. We don't do that. I don't teach any leverage trading, any options trading. I like our traders to be risk averse, meaning that they're avoiding potential risk and taking a trade that has an extremely high win rate, all right, with the system. So right now, 59% of people are betting Bitcoin's going to go up with leverage. 41% are betting it's going to go down. That's relatively even. We're not, that sounds stupid because it's not even, but it's not alarming. This gets alarming when over 70% of the people start betting that Bitcoin's going up. And, once you get either the longs or the shorts over 70%, that's where we start to get concerned. Now, if Bitcoin's price keeps slipping lower and these longs keep climbing even higher and they get to over 70%, then we get the potential for what's called a long squeeze. And that's where a more dramatic price drop could potentially occur. We're not there yet, but I'm watching this like a hawk right now, seeing how these climb. And I only use Binance data because that's the data that is the most accurate, the freshest. BitMEX and Bitfinex are they're too old and they aren't accurate. They don't portray anything. Binance's data is the only one we use to determine that. But right now, it's pretty much business as usual. So if we see some good dip trades, get in and out. And again, let's keep an eye on our key levels of 60K on the downside. A clear move below that could get the market excited with some volume. 63, 64K are the areas we need to reclaim. And then ultimately, we need to overcome, if we want the bull scenario to return, continue, we need to bust through this with authority and a statement, high volume moving up through this, then we could potentially try to attack the all-time high there. All right, everybody, have a great day. Stay safe out there. Let's see what happens today in these crazy crypto markets. All right, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful afternoon and stay safe in Florida. I'm in hurricane prep mode over here myself. So anybody who's in Florida, man, West Coast, we are praying for you guys, man. So please stay safe. And if you have to evacuate, make sure that you follow the evacuation orders. Super important. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye-bye.